Tonight's scheduled execution of a man who killed a Houston police officer is getting a lot of attention and protests. That's because the killer, Edgar Tamayo, is a Mexican national. Brad Woodard is in Huntsville tonight, where the execution could happen any moment now. Brad?
Well, technically, the execution warrant became valid about 4 minutes ago, but there is an appeal before the Supreme Court, and the state is in a holding pattern pending the High Court's decision. As members of the Mexican media converged on the Walls unit in Huntsville to document the planned execution of Edgar Tamayo.
And today's execution is in violation of the law and in violation of all human decency.
Protesters gathered in front of the Mexican Consulate in Houston.
How should we expect other countries to obey international law if the United States, if Texas won't obey international law?
Tamayo was in the country illegally when he fatally shot HPD officer Guy Gaddis in the head from the back of a squad car using a pistol he had somehow managed to hide. 20 years later, Texas is going ahead with the execution despite concerns Tamayo's arrest violated an international treaty known as the Vienna Convention because he wasn't notified of his right to contact the Mexican consulate. There is concern the execution could harm U.S. ties abroad.
Americans abroad are in danger of not having the due process of law in any country if their consulate or their embassy is not notified that they have been detained.
As for Tamayo himself,
he said he was ready to go. He says 20 years is too long. I'm ready. If they take me back to Polinsky, they take me back. And he shrugged his shoulders.
Tamayo's family has been visiting him inside the prison, but will not be present for the execution. The family of Officer Gaddis will.
Anytime that we're having to be here because a Houston police officer was killed and that family having to relive what happened 20 years ago is not a joyous occasion.
And the Gaddis family arrived here about a half an hour ago. No word yet from the Supreme Court. We will bring you an update as soon as it becomes available. We're live in Huntsville. Brad Woodard, KHOU 11 News.